Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Kylie, and on this channel you'll find things all about travel and tutoring. I am an online ESL tutor for the company Cambly Kids, and today's video I will be sharing 6 tips on how to pass the Cambly Kids demo class as part of the application. So there's not really a proper classroom that you use for the application. You have to fill in a bunch of details, and then it gets to a page where you can download a PDF file of about 10 different slides, and then there's a screen that you hit record, and then you record your demo class. There's no classroom though, there's no slides that come up on the screen. It's literally just like how I'm recording this video now. It's literally just a recording screen, and there's no pens, there's nothing that works. So it's a little bit of like almost like a free-for-all. There's not really a set thing that you have to do or a set lesson that you have to teach. It's kind of up for interpretation. So what I did was I then screenshot the slides and I saved them onto my iPad, and I used my iPad as the classroom. I think this was one of the slides. I don't really remember because I deleted most of them. But for example, this was potentially a slide, if I remember rightly. It was about shapes and colours was what the demo class was. So this was one of them, and then you have to try and teach it. So first things first though, tip one is have a background. Make sure it's not like a picture of your kitchen or something like that. I use a world map, as you can see from like the various things that are shining in the light. It's something that I use to document my own travels, so it's nothing particularly kid friendly as such, but it is bright, it's educational. I use it in most of my classes, and then around it I have various travel mementos like the flowers that are bright and colourful and kids always talk about it. I then have a couple of Japanese things up the top, Sydney Harbour Bridge, so I kind of share my global travels. This is my background. Some people have more of a child friendly one, which is very like cartoony and things like that, but I have to teach in my bedroom, and I don't really want my bedroom looking like a classroom, because otherwise I'd find it really hard to like switch off from work if I was in a classroom. But with this, like I said, I use it to document my own travels, so it's fine with that. Point number 2 is make sure you have good lighting. I have heard people have their video rejected because the lighting's not good enough. So with me, I just have a really, really bright light bulb. If I put my hand in front of my face, you can see how dark it would be. So my light bulb is really, really bright. Also, when it comes to sound, you don't have to wear a headset for Cambly, but the one I used was this one, was for my video. I don't actually use this one anymore because I found that when I was teaching, I would end up shouting. So if there were other people in the house with me, it would be ridiculous for them. So I used to have that one, but I now use this one, which is only a one-eared one. But like I said, you don't have to have a headset, but it makes you look a little bit more professional. And at the end of the day, you kind of are applying for a job. You're trying to pass a job interview. So if it helps with looking the part and you've already got one, do it. So number 3 is to have some props ready. So with me, I just went around my house and I looked for things like stuffed toys and animals, things with colours. I use Lego bricks all the time for colours like red, yellow, green. So you'll see me use these in a minute on how I used it for the demo class. I then have things like a happy and smiley face for when happy and sad face, sorry. So for when you're asking them how they are, you can be like, are you happy or are you sad? And it's just another visual to help them learn. So that's a good one to have. I also have things like a frog pen and things like that. I also do use my iPad a lot as a prop. So if you're asking for like boy and girl, I have pictures of boys and girls, the colours, shapes, jobs, clothes. So now I've been teaching longer and I know what comes up in lessons. I just make a new flashcard if there's something that I feel needs to be included. Number 4 is a reward system. I don't think you necessarily have to do this, but on the platform there is a 5-star reward system. Then nothing fancy happens. You just click the star and it lights up on their end. But it is there. And in the demo video, that's not there. So it's like, to make it look as if you're going to reward them with a star, I had just got this little tiny whiteboard that I bought off Amazon. It was really cheap. I stuck some Velcro circles onto it, and then I cut out some stars with Velcro, and that is my reward system. The reward system is stars, so I've used stars, so it's kind of like, yay, star, boom. And it's just another, again, a visual. Some of my classes now, I find that I don't always use it. Some of the kids don't really care, but as, again, you're trying to show them that you know the system and they have a reward system. So it's kind of good to demonstrate that you know it is there. Right, number 5 is to use TPR, which you see it come up all the time on English learning, is to be visual and really like act out everything that you say. So if you're happy, be like happy, or sad, and things like when you listen, when you want them to talk, when you're looking. So kind of just talk over the top with everything. So be like, circle the star, things like that. So yeah, it's best to kind of try and bring some of those in as well. It's also a case of speak slow. Like in my normal like voice now, I talk quite fast. When I am teaching, sometimes with the really like low level English, I kind of talk like a robot. My mum's like, hello, how are you? My name is Kylie. So it's like you kind of separate all the words, which I don't do in real life. You can tell now I talk quite fast, but when I teach, I talk slower. So when you do the video, make sure to talk a little bit slower too, just to show that you can make your words sound like they're broken up individual words, because otherwise, if you're talking really, 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 really fast, a kid's not going to understand that if they don't talk English. So it helps to knock it down a peg or two if you're a fast talker like me. And number 6 is to smile all the time. There's a bit in one of the Toy Story films when Barbie's like, oh, my cheeks hurt, I've been smiling so much. I teach for 6 hours a day, and by the end of the day, like, my cheeks do hurt. It's like I'm constantly like, well done. It's like, then the kids think you're happy and smiley all the time, and it's just important to smile. It's like, then if it looks like you're having a good time, they'll have a good time too. So those are kind of the 6 that are most important for it. But the video that they say do is between 3 and 5 minutes. Mine went on for 7. I still passed it. Like I said, you have to record it directly onto their thing. So I don't have a copy of my video anymore because I have to upload it straight onto their website. And so I don't have one anymore, and I don't have any copies of me filming it from like afar or anything. So I don't really remember my whole video, but I started off by being like, hello, my name is Kylie. What's your name? And then it's like you kind of listen for it. Hello, Mary. How are you today? Are you happy or sad? And then just kind of do like a little intro like that, and then do the slides. So like I said, they're kind of about shapes and colours. So for example, I think I did 5 out of the 10 slides, because obviously I know now, so I've been talking for 8 minutes already, so that's well over what the video would have been for. But on something like this, I had my iPod in the background, and I'd be like, circle red, and then you can show red, circle red. And then you could be like, kind of act it out as if you're doing it on the screen. And then you could turn around and be red. Red, great job. A star for you. Like something like that. And just do it for several different slides. Like I said, I did 5. And then I gave a star for each of the slides that I taught. It's very quick and simple in that sense. Like I said, I think some were like shape, so again I'd be like, circle the triangle, triangle. So things like that. It's very basic. Just be happy, smiley. Yeah, 7 minutes of a video, and now it's my full-time job. So for me, it was great. It worked. But yeah, they are just some of the quick tips. I do have a full blog post about my whole like application video. So if you wanted to check that out, it is down in the comments. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you have any questions about Cambly Kids or working as an online ESL tutor, feel free to message me and I will try to answer back. And yeah, I hope you have a great day. Goodbye.